Okay, so I'm back in the charts here, and I'm just going to go through all the currency pairs I have, which is quite a few, and maybe some indexes in here. And I'm just going to look at what I see. Naked charting, I guess you call this. This is my only approach at this point because I don't have the patience, and it's too much anxiety to look at moving averages, and it's not how the orders are being filled anyways. And another argument with some commenting on somebody's video this morning saying that Fibonacci is just ridiculous, and he's saying, oh, well, a lot of traders, they look at Fibonacci, therefore it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's total bullshit. That means that just the right amount of traders are pushing it to the 618. If you look what's really going on, it's truly about the market being at a very insane price and a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon there. Just like this Australia to the CAD. And somebody asked me in the last video, some guy named Peter Pan. Hello? I mean, no content on his channel. He asked me if I was serious. How can anybody take me seriously? I hope you don't, because if you do what I'm doing, the markets are going to stand still. Another ridiculous myth. But, if you want to sell a mentorship, or if you want to have people come to your site, yeah, you're going to have to put up the classical, cliche, technical analysis bullshit. This is like a guy that's going to learn every cover song, and he's going to just play cliches from every cover song, and he's going to be famous. No, I don't think so. I don't think there's one trade out there, and there's not. So why not trade all the trades that you see out there? Oh, well. I guess that's why people think I'm not serious, because what was your strategy? I said it once, I said it a million times. Make money. That's my strategy, make money. Is that good enough for you? And I called out the trades in the last video. I'm going to call them out right here. And I'm going to put money in here. Okay? And I'm going to make money on these trades the rest of the month. So, the end of the month, what does that mean? Is there some kind of rollover at the end of the month? Is that the end of the session on the daily charts? Why is it the no nonsense? It doesn't pay any attention. When you blindly trade these indicators, and somebody said I was obsessed with no nonsense. No, it's the whole no nonsense mentality. Okay, it's like stupidity is just so irritating. You're coming to a light that's red. You've got people behind you tailgating you to get in front of you, in front of a fucking red light. Now, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. Now, I see that the traders are like, oh, let's hurry up. The fear of missing out. Yeah, you're afraid the light. This is fear of missing out in traffic. You think the light's going to turn green without you? Come on, man. Besides, who's going through a green light these days? There's more people going through red lights than green lights. Everybody thinks they're fucking I just untouchable. I'm still shooting fucking people up. Well, here's a 25 pip grid. Sorry, but I can't fucking take anymore. I'm getting a goddamn fucking Yosemite Sam LED fucking readout. This is another fucking brainstorm of mine. Anybody have this one for free? I'm talking about memes on my fucking bumper in fucking LED. Actually, up where we call it the dick light, that extra red light they had to put in because people are so fucking retarded in the United States. They can't fucking stop their fucking car. They have to have a light, a third fucking brake light on their cars in the States. Absolutely. I don't know what they're doing in France, but this is fucking ridiculous. And of course, the Brits with the double-decker bus, they're already in the clear, right? They've already got that shit. I mean, they've already had the lights. People are used to looking here. Oh yeah, you just can't tell the car was getting fucking bigger. I'm gonna ask you one thing. You need brake lights. You need a fucking red and green candle. Don't come to my channel. Don't watch, please. And if you're going to comment, put up a fucking video and tell me where I got my head up my fucking ass on these charts, okay? There's no fucking way that you can build a goddamn algo for these fucking markets. Stop it. Okay. Sorry, I just fucking can't take it. Certain point. Stop tailgating me and stop backtesting the market. That's all I'm asking, man. That, and I can sleep in peace. Goddamn coffee. Spilled my coffee again. Pissed me off. So, the market's going to open here in a little bit. It's time to think about the future, man. I'll give it to those cloud traders. At least they're running their fucking moving averages shifted into the future, some kind of fucking look forward. Jesus Christ, people. You can't trade the left side of the chart. Stop it. Stop with the fucking indicators all over your fucking charts. Okay. Like I said, if you can't handle it, leave the channel. This is my venting moment, okay? I don't care about being nice to people that, well, I mean, okay, listen, if you want to have your mentorship and you want to make $300 a month, you're probably making your money because you're having to deal with people that are coming off a Fibonacci addiction. They're missing what's going on in the market. Like the whole world's passing by them and they don't have a fucking get her done tool set. All these people want is a trade plan that they can execute, that they can trust and believe. And the only way that's ever going to happen is you come up with, okay, the starting point, unfortunately for most people, is going to be I either buy at the market or I sell at the market. Now the question is, how tight a stop? How much risk per trigger pull? Then the next question, are you willing to expose yourself to risk that you cannot see and you don't know when it will happen? If you get in at the market, you've taken a stake. You are now in a trade. Somebody asked me about getting in the market without stops in a no stops on the tickets, limit entry hedge. Yeah, if you're up on the hedge, from conventional wisdom and conventional thought of driving a car. Okay, most people think, I'm going to drive my car, get in it, drive forward. I'll have to back up a little bit maybe. Right, so maybe you get stopped out, you have to get back in. You know where you want to go, but you think about driving sideways? No. Cars don't do that, but the market can totally go sideways. It can totally go up, totally go down. Are you going to place one of your maybe you don't think this is serious, but if you're a pimp, which hookers are you going to place in which parts of town, and what's the likelihood they're going to get picked up there? Now, maybe the one that's in the nice part of town where there's low frequency of hooker pickups, that will be the big winning, right? That's a big standard lot. She's in the nice neighborhood, but you've got to make money. Okay, you've got to have some kind of scalps like the kind of not so hot chicks, but there's a high frequency of Johns in the city. Like, I'm sure it's the same metric, although I'm sure the pimps don't chart it on MT4, but it's the same metric, right? So how are you going to attack these markets and try to partially participate without being all in and all out? This all or nothing shit, I keep seeing it all day long. Every trader that's giving a mentorship and all this shit rarely talks about scaling in and out, because they want to claim that their entrance and their criteria and their filters have been tweaked to the point where, okay, this is, and then they sell the indicator or whatever have you. Great. But you're not. It's like if I teach you how to play guitar and you want to go off and be Eddie Van Halen, well, you can't. It's already been done. But if you want to be like that whole market may not even exist anymore on that level. It's like you want to buy gold now at 800. No, you can't. It's at 1500. Now you want to chase it now? Or are you going to sell it? Or are you going to scalp it? And that's the other thing. I don't know who I'm talking to on these videos. Am I talking to somebody that's looking at the monthly charts or somebody that's looking at the 5-minute chart? Somebody that's trading with wide spreads and trying to scalp and wondering why it's so difficult to make money. And then the market's against them, the brokers against them, perplexed by the fact that the spread increases at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and they're getting stopped out of their tickets. So I've traded plenty of real and fake money to know that when 5 p.m. comes, if you're seriously in with tight stops, you can probably say goodbye to that trade. Holding that trade, you are going to get kicked out at a decent loss. I mean, you really don't want them to hit your stops. Those are supposed to be end of the world stops. Those are supposed to protect your account from risk of total ruin. Or are they going to be a money match? Are you going to put in tight stops thinking, yeah, I could get I'm asking to get stopped out, but I'm so good at trading. I'm so good at getting in. And maybe you are. But if the market's not in that rhythm, to have that amount of up and downness, because if it's going up and down of any degree, it's a catch-22. The more it's going up and down, the more you're winning and losing. And the more difficult it is psychologically if you haven't chose a hard stop and a hard take profit. In other words, you didn't design a trade plan and you're just in the trade going, oh, this is a pretty good trade, man. I should stay in. I'm pretty good at this. It's completely different than a professional, so-called professional or competent professional that is going to say, well, we expect to lose at least 10% on this. There's no fucking way we're getting in without some kind of scar tissue. You're never going to make it. People that have gone through all of that and or they've blown up an account or they've gotten stopped out, which is just like blowing up an account. Like if you put a $400 stop on your 50K and they stop you out, what's the difference between opening an account with $400 and getting in 20 trades, trading it for 3 months, and then blowing that up? I mean, what is the difference there? Because the difference is if you blow up $400 in 3 minutes, and that's a lot of money for you, it's completely different than if it takes you a month to blow up $400. Okay, and if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the market, and you still lose your 400, you're like, well, I just got to really. I got to be more selective in my trade selection. Of course, this will take you down the road of building the Holy Grail. Every time you make an attempt to avoid risk, you're just inviting more. So you have to embrace the risk. You have to say, okay, I'm gonna accept. I can absorb a sell-off of 300 pips. I will buy every 50 pips it drops all next week on this one pair. Well, people say you're fucking nuts. I mean, most people in these tutorial mentorship things would say, maybe not all of them, but most of the stuff you're going to see out there is technical analysis, which means I've technically compiled the data with exponentials and linear regressions and where is it? Fourier analysis. You just go down Insanityville. Multiple market profile, depth of market. How is any of that ever going to make you feel like, I guess it does make people feel like, oh, I trust this entry because of that data. All right, if that's what you're leaning on and that's your thing, yeah, you build off of that. If that's your path, go on. You're not watching me. I guess I'm just talking to the people that or talking to the people that are teaching people and not telling them the truth. That there's other traders trading around them that don't know what a Fibonacci is. There's also the market that doesn't know what the Fibonacci is. If the market is right, if the market's always right, then you're really against the market always, right? In other words, you have to agree with the market, and people say, oh, it looks like the market wants to do this. No, you want the market to do that because that's what you see. If you want what the market wants, but you've got to be able to turn and reverse your mind on a dime. If you're stuck to an algo, that your filter is like, no, only take this, no, only take this. Okay, you might eventually hit, but if you're not the kind of person that wants to wait around for reality to queue up to your fantasy and you accept life as it comes at you, then you just able to kind of MacGyver through and just, oh, this is what needs to be done here. Okay. Looking at the daily Australia CAD here, I mean, there's some insane dojis and breakouts of these things that are just insane expansion. You're talking about going from a 25 with a 25 pip stop making 125 pips. I mean, it's so simple of a trade. And all this stuff I was watching today where the guy's like, well, we get up here and we're coming up to the zone. I marked it off. And then when we do that, we're going to look for a certain candle pattern inside the 1 hour with a 15-minute chart. Are you honestly going to tell me you're babysitting this fucking chart all day long to watch a 15-minute shooting star in your fucking zone? Are you really doing that? Who's doing that trade? And of course, he didn't do it. He didn't show that he did it. He didn't tape it. He didn't even talk how he got in. One guy did say, oh, I got in a limit here. His stop was ridiculous. His ratios were ridiculous. And once again, a one-trick pony, one ticket. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. I'm pissed because it doesn't make sense. It's like watching fake news. Like, this doesn't make sense. You had the transcript, and you got whistleblowers. To blow what? Their own dick? I'm seeing the same thread of stupidity analysis of people can't fucking think. And then you take a word and you twist it around and it's like, oh, well, that's supply and demand. Well, dude, it doesn't matter if it's supply or demand. How do you fucking get into these markets? Let me go through these fucking trades. God damn, the Peter fucking Pan motherfucker, another motherfucker with no content on his channel. What is your point? Jesus, fuck me. So, Jesus, I can't take it. Look at this 25 pip grid here. This is the trade. Now I'm going to place these fucking orders when the market opens. I'm going to buy, and I'm placing grids that last all day. So every day, I'm going to come here. Not every 15 minutes. Looking for a fucking shooting star? Are you nuts? They have in these people's fucking brains, man. Nobody's doing that trade. Well, I sat there and I kind of missed my entry. I got to chase away from my head and just catch up. My algorithm. I'm going to buy here. And I'm going to buy here. All next week. 2 days from now, I'm buying here. Okay, this is it. 4 days from now, I'm buying here. Okay, so what does it look like? If I put the expiration of this at 1 day, at one fucking day, there you go, 1 day. For the next 2 days, actually, it has to be a week. So here's a bank of orders sitting here all week, and these are sitting here all month. But am I going to put orders in here all month? Come on, be realistic. Am I really going to wait? I guess in power trading. If you're from the empowered trading, if you spent $5,000 with empowered trading, you should know by now that unless you're off to the races just killing it, and maybe you, well, not, I just don't, please show me these people. You may not get filled down here. Of course, maybe you're looking at another currency. What's the chance we're going to make it down here in the next hour? You can't be serious. Let me try to guess what this guy was referring to that I couldn't be serious. And I'll just throw that in every time I think that what I say seems to be so ridiculous. This isn't the right place for this. I'm going to start this below this day. Okay? I'm going to show you how I see where my orders are going to go, my limits. Here's where I'm going to put in a ton of limits. But from here, all this month, I will buy in the swimming pool. All next month, I can put the orders in there. Monthly tickets. I can make the expiration all month and lay grids in there. Never have to come over here and look at this thing till the end of the month. I mean, if it comes down here, and I get filled and I see on my terminal window that these are getting filled, I might scalp out of a couple. I might just scalp out of the whole thing. I don't have to. Also, I don't have to have these insanely retarded over. We've seen this before with Fibonacci, with Elliott wave people. They're like, well, it's going to go like this. It's going to go like that. It's going to like, dude, just trade one of those price pulses, please. It's going to come down here, and then we're going to get in here, and it's going to go up here. Yeah, and it's going to go in a straight line just like that. Stop that. I mean, it's killing me with that shit. Here I'm going to buy. Let me move this. You can't be serious. Here. So why here? Because that is the low of yesterday and all the way down. So here I will buy all day long. Next 3 days. Here I'm going to put the tickets in for all week. And here all month long. All year long. Just from here all the way because of this, because of that wick. That's the reason. Next currency. Now this doesn't move a lot. This is the Australian dollar, but we should be long this right now. We should be, here's my technical analysis. We should be long here right now. I put that on closing prices. By the way, we've broken the trend line. Yes, trend lines on close is the only way. We're approaching this one. So we're definitely cashing out into this. I'd say start selling up here. I have a sell limit up there, actually. Here's the thing. My approach is sell 1K, sell 2K, martingale in, sell 3K, sell 5K, put a master stop up here, walk away. You can't be serious. Yeah, I am. Totally fucking serious. This is when I picked out, we're going to buy here, coming into, this is obvious. I'm buying all the way down here, and yes, I'm serious. We're going to buy more here. Okay. We're going to sell here for a scalp. We're going to sell here real big, and we're going to sell here biggest. That's it. Next chart. I'm never gonna need an indicator. That's the 5 minutes. Yeah. British pound. Daily chart. What's the trade? Buy me here. Buy me here. Buy me a pant load here. Buy me more here than I've ever bought here. Got it? See it? Buying here. Already out. Sell, sell. We're up on those. I'm talking about more than one ticket. I'm talking about putting, for me, 1Ks, 3 pips apart. Right? Put all that shit in there. When the market's here, I could put that ticket in. If you're from the Empowered Trading School, you know it's going to take a long time to get filled on your Gartley. And this might be some fucking Gartley, for God knows. And this could be 6-1-8. But what do you think's making this market turn around? This. See, ICT even gets that. That's what's making it turn around. These pools, these zones. And you're going to buy more here than you... Yes, I'm not kidding. Maybe you're slightly long. What am I going to do? Putting in buy limits here. Sell limits here. This is not gone. That vacuum has been filled. That became a top. Yeah, there might be people that have a moving average going down and they're like, yeah, I just sold here, just made money. I don't know what you're talking about. Fine. Go along your moving average ways. Go ahead moving it. Go ahead, algo traders. Knock yourself out. You're just never going to kill it. You just be another goober in traffic tailgating me as I flash you my get the fuck off my ass, or I'm going to tap my brakes and you're going to fucking realize my trailer hitch. Another amazing sell into this fucking hole on limits at the 25-yard line. 4-hour chart. Buy limits here. I can go to the daily. It's a lower frequency trade. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's so easy when you just look at the market. We're going to buy here on the daily. Buy here, buy all week long. Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Dollar yen daily. We don't need all that data. I'm in max zoom in on MT4. We don't need that stuff. Come on. Sell, sell, sell. Buy, buy, buy. Every 25 pips. Buy, 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 buy. Why? Because I did the same trade here. Buy, 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 buy. And they fill me and they rip it. Right? I sell above the highs. I buy below the lows. They stop me out. I buy, I buy, I buy, I buy, I buy. Eventually it comes to here. Some of these tickets get crushed. Some don't. And what do I do in the meantime when I'm not trading limits? I put on a hedge during a small bar doji. A small bar doji. A small bar doji. A very small body bar doji starting the beginning of the month. And why is the beginning of the month such a big deal? Because that's when they get the brokers cash out of the stock market and they send the statement to their clients and they go, look how much money we made this month. Did you hear the fucking news the other day? It was so fucking retarded. The guy, or I heard these gold bugs saying, well, gold's up more in a month than the S&P's. But dude, you're framing the market like this. It's the old bullshit. Like, it's what they don't tell you. You're going to frame the market like this and go, well, see, market's going down. I mean, it's going down here. See? Market's going up. See? Market's going down. Yeah, the way you frame it. See? Market's going down. And then they go to the monthly. Oh, see this market's going down? Look at the monthly. Look at this 25 pip grid in here. Look at this thing. You ain't building no algo for that. I'm sorry. No way you're going to take advantage of all this drama. Look at just dripping down. I bet your trend algo just love this. This is your classic. You got a triangle 2 years ago, breakout on the monthly, pullback, crush, and just the whole year. Gee, I wonder why it turned around at the end of the year. I don't understand it. Why did the market reverse? You don't want to look into that no-nonsense, people. Look at this big down crush at the end of the year. Could that have anything to do with the way it behaves at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year? No yearly charts here, but I could put the stock market climax right at the end of the year. I wonder if it's anything that has to do with the big money closing out their positions to go flat so they can send out statements to their clients and brag about their 6 hour $1 billion in 6 hours. This Biden guy, what a piece of shit. People are amazing. Being unethical. It's not illegal what I did. Yeah, no, it's not illegal to be ICT, but do you have to be ICT? I'll have inside information on the banks. Oh, God. Jesus, people. Are you serious? I don't have my delete all objects button here. This Euro Swiss. So I would have been up on this trade and out for the scalps already. Here's my entry. I'll put buy limits here and here. I don't think I'm going to get filled here. So I'm not going to put orders in there. What I'm going to do is, since I don't trade the daily chart, I just don't have time. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart, or I'm going to the even the 1-hour chart and look for an entrance here. So if I was going to hand place orders here, which I'm just not doing anymore. I don't see the point of that either. Because I want to buy low, and I just figured out, this is going to sound like, I can't believe are you serious? This is obviously the ideal place to place your orders right here, but I'm just going to click something, and it's just going to come in like this every 4 hours or 2 hours. I'm just going to lay a blanket of buy limits down here. If I see this every hour and I'm like, look at this thing just go down. Like, look at him crush this thing. I'm also not going to babysit the 1 hour Euro Swiss and trade this breakout here, even though this is an amazing trade. Also, I see people talking about putting a trend line like this. That's great. But there is this trend going down like this. There is this trend that is going down like this. There is this trend which is going like this. Which trend are you talking about? If you keep selling at this trend line, it looks like the best thing you could possibly do. But are you honestly not buying the plunge into this hole? When you go nuts down here, why isn't this trade available? Maybe this is your exit. It's certainly the counter trend scalper's entrance. All these trades are going on. If you sold here at new highs and you bought back at new lows, you made that much money in 2 hours. Did you? And this is what people are, this is why the guy says, are you serious? Yeah, I mean, are you serious? Are you really waiting? You have this, you project your top off of that, you're looking for your third touch confirmation to sell, and you're going to do this trade. Wonderful. You're able to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on guitar, but can you trade all of this? Maybe on one currency pair. Spread's just the pound Swiss. Like I said, my system is so stupid. I'm going to sell above that. I'm going to buy below this on limits. I'm going to go to the 4 hour chart. Not in this currency because the spread sucks. But if it didn't, and I really needed to trade everything on the planet because of fear of missing out on a trade. You know, the fear of missing out is why you're trading 28 pairs, don't forget either, right? Because you're going to take your, look at this beautiful auction here below here. We trap, and here comes the breakout trader, zoom. But that's all this stuff. You know, fear of missing out isn't just jumping in. It's also trading gold and this and that. Gosh, you know, I mean, I can see the drive to figure out, well, what does a setup look like, and that the fact that this, it's just funny to watch the feebleness of algo builders that say, well, I'm going to have to build yeah, of course you got to build a separate one for crude oil, because crude oil is not moving up $100 and down $100, where some of these currencies can do that. And they can also go sideways for a long time and just torture people. And people are thinking, well, Jesus Christ, you know, like, is this thing ever going to move? I mean, it's one thing to be in a trade, but Jesus Christ. So what you can tolerate is going to be what you do, right? Unless you're going to let a robot take over. And then you can still turn off the robot and intervene on top of the robot, right? You can totally say, oh, I don't trust what I did here. And the robot ends up winning. And then you're like, fuck, now what the fuck? I can't even trust myself to let my robot do what I wrote, which I think is the Holy Grail, or even take the indicators. You saw the guy hemming and hawing about. He'd written supposedly an algo, but he has to stare at the thing and try to decipher, well, what's it telling me? Like he's reading tea leaves. It should be blatant obvious what you should do. You should be able to call out that trade and go, buy, sell. Next question. But the indicator system is making you trade a one position, right? Isn't the indicator is saying, I got a signal? Well, why you have such a... What if you have the pre-signal? What if you can see, oh, and of course that'll eventually happen, I suppose. For some people, they go, oh, it looks like they're coming into that buy zone, and I'm going to wait for my signal. But why am I waiting for my signal again? We're in the buy zone. We're in the buy area. I'm looking for a 22 pip area of buy, and there's no guarantee that the buyers will come in there. But it's happened before, and every time we make a new low, it seems like, wow, it always reverses on me there. Gee, I'm starting to figure out what's going on here. So they come down here again, and they go lower here. Look at, oh my God, and then they go up, and then, oh geez, and then, oh, I thought they were going to keep going up, so I bought right here. We broke out. I got confirmation right here in this wick, and then I got in. Oh shit! It stopped me. Oh shit! But even all this bad trading of getting, look, it's going up. I got confirmation. Fuck. What about this? Where the market's not going anywhere, and it actually goes into those zones? So it's punching into an unfair value, or it's going into an outlier. It's a black swan up here, whatever you want. But what's it doing in the meantime? Fair value, consolidation, doji, boosh. Yeah, why? Because 80% sideways again. You can't be serious. I'm serious. 8 dojis, 1 big candle. 3 dojis, 1 big candle. 2 dojis, 3, I would call this a doji, small range, and then up, and then smash down. Then, look where it closes in 4 hours. This is why people are getting their heads handed to them. They sell here. They loving that trade. Comes right back to where they got in. They're like, shit. Freak out, get out of that one trade. There's one guy out there doing that. Show me all the bad trades that one guy took. Well, one guy's going to go, I bought here thinking it was going to go up, and then I put a stop in here and they stopped me out. The guy goes, you didn't even know the half of it. I bought here thinking it was going to go up, and it did eventually, as you can see, but then they came and I put my stop here, and they stopped me out, and I put my stop here, I moved it, I canceled replace, I thought, well, I'll give the market more room, and then I said, fuck, I'm just going to keep moving it down, because they keep coming down, and then they came down and they stopped me out, and they went the other way. Yes. And the other guy in the chat was going to say, yeah, but you know what? I'm a low volatility breakout trader. I put a buy stop here, a sell stop here. I put 2 tickets in just in case I'm not really right about it, and just traded that breakout. And the other guy's like, yeah, I know. I mean, I got in there too. I put my target. Here I sold here, and I sold this, and I put a stop in here, and they stopped me out, and I really should have sold here. And so what is the answer? Well, why don't you sell in limits? Why don't you step back and let the market just come to you? Sell here, put a sell limit here, put a sell limit here, and it comes ripping up, and boom, you can take profits at the breakout point where everybody's getting in on confirmation. Don't forget the confirmation traders. Breaks out. We'll wait for the pullback to get in. They get in. They ride it for a little bit and then slammed. They are crushed. Is it because of Fibonacci? Is it because the bankers are trapping the retail? Is it because of smart money? No. What do you think? Some fucker's sitting behind a desk with a cigar and going, well, what we're going to do here is we're going to manipulate the market, and then we're going to drift it up just a little bit there, give me an idea that the trend line's going to work out, and then we're just going to smash them. No, I don't think so. You think those guys can see that pattern? Well, yeah, they're fading the Fibonacci's against the retail guys. You don't understand nothing, do you? I got to teach you Can anybody take you seriously? Can you see how fucked up this is? Postmodern charting. Postmodern algos. I love it. I love watching the market just abuse these utopian dumb shits. We're building an algorithm. You don't understand, son. You see this choppy shit here? I can smooth that out with Raincoat. And some guy's got I'll show you. Does Renko work? Dude, anything works if you fucking keep doing it. You just got to keep fucking doing it. And then post the video for us, please. I have a mentorship. What I do here is I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. That's also the, you can go join a prop firm. You could do all that shit, dude. It's not for me. I ain't joining no prop firm. I'm not gonna tell me somebody tell me what to do or tell me well you gotta pay $50. Dude, I'm getting $50 with the hookers a day. If I'm gonna get girls to sit on my lap for that, your desk fee. They can click the mouse for me. Sit down. Let's talk about the first trade that pops up. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I think you know my trade plans. Right? It's obvious, isn't it? We're going to buy low, sell high. We're buying new wicks. New highs, new lows on grids. We don't care. I don't even care about the context anymore. This is an easy trade here. Dollar CAD. The one that just punishes everybody. Buying all the way down here. All this week. Because it's lower price than it is now. I'm going to sell above that. Looks like the bears took advantage of this window. Yep, they're up on that trade. And you know they got filled. You can see the bid. Well, I don't know what else to say. So I'm going to post this video. I think you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to buy down here. I'm going to sell up here. And we're going to buy down here. And we're going to buy more down here. That's it. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. That's all there is to it.